The Galactic Empire had ruled the stars for more than 10,000 years. No one had ever challenged them. No one had ever survived. Across thousands of worlds, alien leaders sat in silence inside the Grand War Chamber. A massive hologram floated in the air, showing a small blue system at the edge of known space. Humans, one commander said with a calm voice. They are not important. The others agreed. Humans were new, weak, divided. They had no great fleets, no ancient weapons, just noise and pride. Then the alarm sounded. A scout ship vanished near the human system. No battle signal, no warning, just gone. The Empire sent another ship. It never returned. Confusion spread across the chamber. Humans did not attack like others. They did not send threats. They did not speak. They waited. On a dark bridge of a human warship, a human captain watched the stars in silence. He did not smile. He did not speak. His crew waited for one command. "Hold position," he said calmly. Human ships were hidden, cold, silent, no energy leaks, no signals. The Empire fleet entered the system with full power, confident and loud. Their ships shined like gods. That was their mistake. Suddenly, space itself seemed to break. Human weapons fired without warning. No warning shots. No mercy. 3 Empire ships exploded in seconds. Alien commanders screamed in shock. This was impossible. Humans were not fighting for land. They were not fighting for glory. They were fighting to end a threat. As the first Empire fleet burned, a single message reached the alien command. "We asked you to stay away." For the first time in 10,000 years, the Galactic Empire felt something new. Fear, to be continued. Fire. The Empire did not speak for a long time. Burning wreckage drifted across space where a proud fleet once existed. Alien ships retreated in panic, their systems damaged, their crews shaking. No enemy had ever destroyed them so fast. Back at the Imperial core world, emergency lights filled the High Council Hall. Generals argued. Scientists shouted. No one understood what had happened. Humans use no standard weapons, one scientist said. No energy spikes. No warning signals. An old commander stood slowly. His voice was low and serious. They hid, he said. They waited. They struck first. That was not how wars were fought. The Empire sent spies, drones, listening ships. None returned data. Human space was quiet, too quiet. Inside a hidden human base, deep inside an asteroid field, commanders watched the enemy through dark screens. Every human ship stayed silent. No lights, no signals, no fear. Empire fleets are moving again, an officer reported. The human commander nodded. Let them come. The Empire returned with a larger force. Bigger ships, stronger shields. They believed numbers would save them. Human ships did not rush. They waited. When the Empire crossed the invisible line, human minds activated. Space twisted. Ships were torn apart from the inside. Engines failed. Shields collapsed. Then the humans attacked. Fast, precise, brutal. Human pilots did not chase. They did not celebrate. They destroyed key targets and vanished. The Empire tried to answer. Their weapons fired into empty space. For the first time, the Empire understood the truth. Humans were not weak. They were patient. And patience was dangerous. As the remaining Empire ships escaped, a second message arrived, colder than the first. This is your last warning. In the dark, human fleets moved again, silent, watching, waiting, to be continued. Fire. The Empire had faced many enemies. None fought like this. After the second defeat, the High Council ordered full analysis of human history. Thousands of screens filled with data, wars, failures, recoveries, and endless conflict. A young analyst spoke with fear in his voice. Humans fight each other a lot. The room went silent. They survive disasters, he continued. They adapt fast. They learn from every loss. An ancient general closed his eyes. That explains everything. The Empire believed in power and numbers. Humans believed in survival. Meanwhile, in human territory. The war was already planned. Human leaders did not argue. They did not celebrate victories. They prepared. A human admiral stood before his fleet. His voice was calm. "We do not want this war," he said, "but we will finish it." The Empire made one final decision. They would strike at Earth itself, end the humans at the source. A massive armada moved through hyperspace, the largest fleet the Empire had ever built. Earth detected them. No panic spread across the planet. Cities went dark. Satellites vanished. Space went silent. When the Empire fleet arrived, they saw nothing. No defense line. No ships. No response. Then space exploded. Human weapons came from every direction. From behind moons. From inside debris. From ships that looked dead. The Empire flagship was hit first. Its shield failed in seconds. Human boarding craft cut into the hull. Soldiers moved without fear. No speeches. No mercy. The Empire commander watched humans advance. "They fight like this is normal," he whispered. Earth did not fall. The Empire did. As the last message left Earth, it was simple and clear. "We warned you." The stars around Earth burned, and humanity stood unbroken. To be continued. Fire. The loss of the flagship shook the entire galaxy. For the first time, other species stopped fearing the Empire. They watched quietly as human fleets moved freely through space once ruled by one power. Inside the Imperial core world, the sky burned red from constant alarms. Supply lines failed. Border worlds fell silent. Reports stopped coming. An elder counselor spoke with a trembling voice. "The humans are not conquering," he said. "They are removing us." That truth was worse than defeat. Human fleets did not attack cities. They destroyed shipyards. They erased communication hubs. They shut down hyperspace gates. The Empire could not move, could not speak, could not warn its own worlds. On a distant human command ship, officers watched the map change. "Empire sectors are collapsing," one said. The human commander nodded. "Good. That means fewer deaths." The Empire tried one last tactic. They sent a diplomatic ship under a white signal of peace. It moved slowly toward human space. Humans allowed it to pass. Inside the ship, an Empire diplomat stood before human leaders. His voice was weak. "We wish to negotiate." The human response was calm. "This war ends when you stop being a threat." The diplomat hesitated. "You will destroy us?" The human leader shook his head. "No," he said. "You will destroy yourselves." As the ship left, human fleets moved again, this time deeper, closer to the Empire's heart. Rebellions rose across alien worlds. Old enemies turned away from the Empire. Fear spread faster than fire. Empire soldiers began to surrender. Others fled. The Empire was still powerful, but power without control meant nothing. From the shadows of space, humanity watched the collapse they had started, and they did not rush. Because humans knew something the Empire never did. Time was also a weapon. To be continued. Fire. The Empire was dying, but it was not dead. At the center of its territory, the last grand fortress remained. A massive structure of steel and energy, protected by layers of shields and the remaining fleet. This was where the Empire would make its final stand. Human fleets gathered at the edge of the system. They did not attack. Days passed, then weeks. The Empire waited for the final strike, but it never came. Supplies ran low. Fear grew. Soldiers whispered. Inside the fortress, the supreme ruler stared at the dark stars. "Why do they wait?" he asked. No one answered. Then a single human ship moved forward alone. No weapons charged. No shields raised. A message came through all channels. "This ends now." The Empire prepared for battle. Instead, the human message continued. "We can destroy the system in 1 hour," the human voice said. "But we will not." Silence followed. "You ruled through fear," the voice said calmly. "We fight to stop fear." Human data flooded Empire screens. Proof of lost worlds. Civilian deaths. Endless oppression. "You have one choice," the human said. "Disarm. Open your gates. End the empire. The supreme ruler felt something he had never felt before. Shame. He looked at his commanders. Tired, broken, afraid. Slowly, the fortress shields powered down. Empire weapons went dark. Across the galaxy, alarms stopped. Human fleets did not celebrate. They held position. The Empire surrendered without another shot. Later, as human ships turned away, a final message spread across the stars. Humanity does not seek to rule. We seek to protect. The Empire was gone, not destroyed, ended, and the galaxy would never forget the species that won a war by choosing when not to fight. Final part coming next. Fire. The war was over, but the galaxy was not at peace yet. After the Empire surrendered, silence spread across the stars. Worlds that once had now watched carefully. Many species feared the humans more than they ever feared the Empire. Human fleets moved, but not to conquer. They rebuilt. Trade routes reopened. Block systems were cleared. Worlds that suffered under the Empire received aid instead of soldiers. Alien leaders were confused. Why are humans helping? Many asked. They could rule everything. On Earth, human leaders spoke clearly. We did not fight to become kings, one said. We fought so no one else would suffer. Slowly, trust began to grow. Former Empire soldiers were sent home. Prison worlds were opened. Slaves were freed. The galaxy started to breathe again. Years passed. Children across alien worlds learned new history. Not about the Empire. Not about fear. They learned about a species that fought only when needed. A species that waited. A species that ended a war without burning the galaxy. In quiet corners of space, old commanders told stories. They were silent, one said. They were patient. And when they moved, it was already too late. Humans returned to their borders. Their fleets became smaller. Their weapons stayed ready, but unused. The galaxy understood the message. Do not threaten them. Do not test them. Because humanity was not the strongest, not the largest, not the oldest. They were something far more dangerous. They learned. They adapted. They remembered. And if the galaxy ever forgot the lesson of the Empire, humans would remind them, calmly, silently, decisively,